It's 24th January, and for the next week I'm gonna replace all the bad screen time with productive tasks. Instead of watching Netflix, watching YouTube videos and playing video games, I'm gonna be reading, recording YouTube videos and video editing. And I know that editing is spending time in front of the screen, but the goal is to replace all the bad habits with good ones. So I started by recording and editing this intro. It's 2:30 and I'm not done with editing yet, but now I'm gonna do a workout. So as you can see, I'm doing calisthenics, learning front lever and bench, and also some handstands, though handstands are very hard for me. Not strength wise, but overall it's hard to keep the balance. I cannot figure it out. At 4 I started to learn how to memorize decks of cards, which is gonna be one of the next videos. At 4:45 I started reading $100 Startup, which hopefully I'm gonna finish till the end of this challenge. Then I had to go, and for the next hour I did some more video editing. And that wraps us the day 1. On day this morning I did one front lever hold, which felt nice, and then went to school till 3:30. At school I read like 15 pages of Deadpool Secrets, then I recorded a few clips and then started editing them till 5:50. Till 6 I was learning to memorize decks of cards, then I continued reading $100 Startup. Later I did some programming and more memorizing. And that's the end of day 2. The third day looked very similar. Going to school, reading, doing a workout at the school gym, recording and editing videos, memorizing cards, and finally more programming. One thing that changed that day was the joy of reading, which became a lot higher than the first day. And with each day, I was becoming gradually less bored. Day 4 was the worst day of this challenge. I didn't want to do much, and I didn't do much. I read just a couple of pages of a book and haven't edited almost anything. Despite all that, I still kept my promise not to watch YouTube, not to play video games, and not to watch Netflix. On day 5, on the other hand, I decided to make up for the previous day, created a checklist, and started video editing, and I did a huge portion of a video. Also read plenty of pages, so it was generally a good day. If you have problems with productivity, I recommend you making a checklist as well. Mine looks like this. Remember to prioritize one of the tasks, and if you finish that task, everything else will be easy. On day 6 I continued video editing and reading some more. On the day I also programmed and memorized the deck of cards successfully. On day 7, I forgot to record some more footage and I didn't have much editing left, so I edited for 2.5 hours. And to make things worse, I also had 100 pages of $100 Startup left. So I sat down and started reading for hours in hopes to finish this book. The best part was that reading no longer felt like a chore. After this challenge, I could say that I even enjoyed reading, sometimes. And sometimes I didn't. But generally, my joy of reading went up. Finishing that book took me over 4 hours, but I did it, I read it all. So now that the challenge is over, the question remains, will I continue this lifestyle? And the answer is yes. This week showed me that doing the hard work feels much better than just mindlessly going through my life. If you are wondering if you should also start this challenge, you should. You definitely should. Even for 3 days. You are gonna see the results that you've never seen before. Let me know in the comments if you're also gonna do this challenge and for how long. Don't just wake up in 50 years and look back to your life and see that you've chosen the life of instant pleasure and gratification and comfort, and regretting that you haven't done anything in this moment. If you don't do anything this year, you never will. Subscribe and have a lovely day.